Uh, Following one of the cabinet meetings at the time, the Honorable Prime Minister had called me aside and asked me to pay a visit to Singapore, where our fuel supply chains come from, where they begin as far as we are concerned, um, and to try to seek the assurance of the Singaporean government that those supply chains would remain intact, because I think there were some fears that there would be some interruptions in our fuel supply chains. So that is why we went to first to Singapore and then later on to Australia to see if they had some assistance in as far as fuel reserve planning and strategic fuel reserves could be discussed. So first in Singapore, we met with the Minister for Transport, as well as later on the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Balakrishnan, and we were very thankful that in those meetings he gave us the reassurance of the Singaporean government that there would be no interruptions in the fuel supply chain, that they would allow the normal processes of the arrangements that are already in place to follow its own processes, to its own paths, and that they would. But what they would do was to ensure that we had gone on the complaint that in some of our previous shipments, when they were supposed to come to Fiji, they were pushed to the back of the queue. So those some of the issues that we raised, and then we got the reassurance from Singapore that from then on it would not happen again. So those were the reassurances. But what they confirmed with us was that the price was beyond their control. It's controlled by the world market, and that's how we see all the prices escalating, and we were trying to manage it as much as possible. And then coming to Australia, we raised those issues as well, but Australia said, look, we probably, our situation might be worse than yours. So that's where the issue of the budget support came. I received the letter during our meeting that the budget support of $30 million would be given. So we are very grateful to the Australian government that happened. But long-term planning, we're thinking of regionally discussing with our regional partners on how we can progress the issue of our fuel supply reserves, whether it be onshore or offshore, or whether we do bulk purchasing together as a region. So these are the issues that are being discussed at the officials level. We've already opened the door to that, and Australia and New Zealand have raised their hands to come and help us with technical assistance in getting the planning done. And in just our recent trip to Melbourne, we've in discussions with Viva Energy, who used to be Shell at one stage. They've also made some commitments that if the government were to pursue it, and I've already shared this at cabinet level, that there could be some consideration for some fuel supply reserve, reserve for fuel supplies in Geelong for the mid to long term. So for the mid to long term, I think we were starting to making sure that all our bases are covered. We need to go further to Korea, where some of our fuel comes from, as well as Malaysia, and maybe the United States and India. So these are some of the places that we need to visit to make sure that if something else like this comes up in the future, we already have all our bases covered, and that all our fuel supply chains will not be interrupted. So those some of the discussions that we had, and we're very grateful to those nations that we were very well received, and that the response was positive to us. At the moment, the world fuel prices has now gone down to the 80s. There's $83, I think, at the moment. For a long time, it has been up in the 90s, and sometimes it even reached the $100 market. But we're thankful that it's now gone down to about $83. It'll take some time before it has an effect on us because there's a lag time between when we purchase and when the effects of the future purchase hits us. That's the lag time that's going to cause the delay in the fuel world market prices hitting our shores. So we just ask the members of the public to be understanding because there's this lag time that we need to take note of. And once that lag time is caught up, then we will start seeing the impacts at the bazaar when we go fill our fuel. And I'm sure the Minister of Finance will be informing us about that.